Well, I think it's a pretty obvious fact that there's a brutal job market out there, particularly for people who work on late 20th century American history like I do. And it's important to realize that you do learn a set of skills as a historian, very basic skills that not everyone has. You can read a lot, you can synthesize a lot, you can understand data when it's presented to you, and you can make sense of it. And that plus a little bit of math, and I mean like pre-calc, are all you really need to be successful in the business world. And thinking about institutions, thinking about how institutions change, how institutions are embedded within markets and policies and worlds. This is the essence of consulting or other kinds of business activity. So for me, coming out of graduate school, I faced a bleak job market. It was hard for me to find work, and my book wasn't out, and I think nowadays you need to have a book out to get a job. I think that, or at least I did, so I went to go work in management consulting, which I didn't know what it would be like. I knew I liked the analytic portions of it, but I didn't know about the sort of day-to-day lifestyle. And while it didn't suit me exactly, and I came back to academia, a lot of my colleagues who came out with PhDs in history loved it. It did suit them, and I think we shouldn't think that we have to destroy our lives in pursuit of this job if there's other things that we might like. And I think you should try it. I think it's probably a better use of a year or two than being an adjunct. And my experience is that what gets you a job is your book, and you can come back into academia. And I think if the explanation is, look, I couldn't get a job because the job market, I think people understand. It's not like you gave it up to, there's no alternative. You have to pay your student debts, you have to live inside. So I would recommend it. It teaches you a lot of skills that aren't particularly useful as an assistant professor, but as you start to move up as an administrator, as an associate professor, understanding how to operate change and affect change within the university. Actually, a lot of skills that I use on a daily basis. So I would encourage everybody to do it, either before or after their PhD. And I think a lot of the historians of capitalism actually spent time in consulting. I did. Caitlin Rosenthal, Julia Ott, I'm sure other people that I'm not fully aware they did or not. But this is sort of an experience people are having, and it's a necessary experience. Certainly for my work, put a bow on it, and I'm able to ask questions that I wouldn't have otherwise. But I think in general, having life experiences enables you to ask different questions. So I don't think it's particular to this, except for this, it actually paid my bills in the process.